Happy holidays, Brainiacs. It's James Brains with the Brains Report. And there's nothing here for me to review. Look again, I'm reviewing this table. It's the Coavas, I don't know how it's pronounced, but I know how it's spelled, and you can see it right there in the title, so go ahead and use your imagination. But this is the 5-piece dining table set from that company. The 5 pieces are 1, the table, 4 others, the chairs. Adds up to 5. This table here is approximately 31.5 inches wide, 47 inches long, and about 30 inches off the floor. And right off the bat, I'm going to go over the negatives of this before I get into the positives, just because you guys need to hear them. Right off the bat, I was annoyed because there was a bunch of broken styrofoam inside the box. So when I opened it up, there was styrofoam all over my living room. Fortunately, I have a team of robotic vacuums who decimated the styrofoam for me and took care of it, so I was all set. But yeah, the static made it so it clung to all sorts of things. It was a real pain. All of the directions to put this together were on one single page, and it was a lot like IKEA. It was only pictures, no instructions, and so it ended up taking me about 75 minutes to put together the chairs and the table. And I got two of the chairs wrong the first time I tried making them. I'm just going to show you here. There's a couple ways you can do these cross parts. You do need to have this one on the bottom, but you could have it on the bottom going that way and the other one going the other way. So, as you would expect, I did it half one way and half the other. And it turns out that you have to have it this way so that when you get to the point of adding these chair backs, that the holes are pointing backwards. Hopefully if you get this, you can learn from my mistakes. When you set it up, just make sure that these are facing directly back instead of to the side or wonky in other ways. I'm going to put this back down. So yeah, I had to do a little bit of backtracking, which added to the time. Another thing that was hard was telling which one of these seat back things was longer, because the longer one goes on top, shorter on the bottom. They're both very close in size, and they're curved, and it perplexed me. My wife had to come down and console me. I did cry a little bit, but it's okay to cry. Yes. Another thing is it came with this ding on it, right there. You can see that. Not major. It doesn't hurt the functionality, and it's not like people are buying this as a work of art. So it's not the best to have that ding there, but it's not fatal. What else did we... Oh, one other thing is, if you're putting hot stuff on here, you're going to want a pot holder or something underneath, a towel, because you can see that we did not do that, and now it's forever got this like weird, like, I'd like to think it's like a crop circle for tables, so it's like an alien did it. Kind of makes life a little more exciting. And there's another one we got right here that's not as dramatic, but easily avoidable with a pot holder. As far as putting like cold drinks on it, or drinks that sweat, that's fine. It can handle water, no problem. You don't need coasters or anything. You don't need to be any fancy pants like that. And those are kind of all the negatives. I wanted to get those all out of the way. Overall, for under $100, this is a pretty decent set. It seems cheap and flimsy at first, but it has held up. It's a lot stronger than it looks. The company doesn't provide any sort of weight limit on the chairs. Doesn't tell me how much it can handle. But I weigh 250 pounds, and these chairs don't seem to mind. Not nearly as much as my family and friends do. So yeah, I sit here and I wiggle around, and it doesn't feel like anything's coming loose. It seems very weight positive, no fat shaming, and I appreciate that. I was surprised by how I was able to sit in these chairs for hours on end during long, tedious dinner parties. I was comfortable. I felt fine. They don't look the most comfortable, but they get the job done. For the most part, we use this table during those dinner parties as like a side table where we would put all of our foods and stuff so that people didn't have to keep getting their arms all tired passing things, and like it's hard to like get full stuff in your face when you constantly have to stop and do like the workout of passing the whole turkey to someone and that stuff. And this made a good side table, and it worked well for that. So overall, I would recommend this as a solid, affordable table for a young adult who's just like moving into an apartment for the first time. It might also work well in your breakfast nook. If you have a breakfast nook, sounds kind of bougie, but you know, whatever. And if you just need a small table anywhere in your house, it could be like a small craft table. Right before this review, we had all of our Christmas decorations on it, but they're gone now. I did away with them. And ideally, you would want to use this table in a space that's approximately 9 feet by 8 feet. That should give enough room for each person to pull their chair back and like get out. If you don't mind tight squeezes, though, you can get away with a lot smaller. Since it's about 4 feet by 3 feet, you could, I don't know. I don't know how skinny your family is, but yeah, just something to keep in mind. So yeah, that's about it. If you want to buy the table, there's a link to it in the description of this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, and I'm more than happy to help you out. And if you'd like to see any of our next reviews immediately, right when they come out, I beg you, I plead that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. In the meantime, just stay ergonomic.